Guys, Mustang here bringing you a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so with all the talk of the potential Baby Dokkan Festival Part 3, I remembered I have not yet done the showcase for the INT Super Baby 2 EZA, of course, because he is banned in a bunch of the events in the game. You can use him in the Divine Wrath and Mortal Will boss rush, so we are going to go ahead and do that. However, I thought I would leave this in rather than restart. It started off in kind of an hilarious fashion in the sense that we've transformed into the Golden Ape like straight away on the first turn. Because just like the Goku, this guy just has a 30% chance to transform into the giant ape every turn, 30% chance, and then once it happens, that's it, right? You can only have it once happen in the entire fight. So you could get into situations like this where it happens in the very first phase, which realistically is not really of much use to us, right? Because the first phase is not particularly hard. So we'll look at the giant ape passive first of all. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type other than int to rainbow, medium chance to crit, and then for every key sphere obtained gets 170% attack. So as you can see, we don't have a particularly great field of orbs here, but we'll just go ahead and see what we can get. We get 4, we get 7, oof, and then we get 2. So we don't even get a super attack on 2 of the slots. Pretty awkward. I mean, they've done some things with these giant ape passives in the past to make it a little bit easier for them to super attack, because obviously they don't count as having any key. So on a double 3 key lead, they just have 6 key at the start of the turn. So giving them things like extra key per orb, which the LR has, is obviously pretty good. I mean, the one super we did get, we only got 7 orbs, and that was 25 million. So that's pretty good. But yeah, just changing a random type of orb means that you can get unlucky. Now, obviously, when we get the second turn, we then change orbs again. So now we can get 6. There we can get 7. And there we can get 8. There you go. So each super attack going to hit slightly harder than the previous one. So that's pretty funny. At least if Trunks super attacks during all of this, which I don't know, I think he did in the last turn anyway, right? It means he can't super attack us when we come out of the giant ape. So 21 mil. There's that crit chance coming in. I mean, we might actually do a pretty solid amount of damage to him here overall. 25 for the second attack. There's the crit again. Then we get the additional, okay, 27 with the crit. I mean, let's go. So Giant Ape Baby just absolutely destroying the base Trunks, which, you know, we would expect, I guess. But now we can have our proper rotation and we can take a look at what Baby is going to be doing. So this guy is a nuking style leader, which is why he's banned from all the events, right? Int types 35% attack per key sphere obtained. So if you are doing any of the punching bag events or anything like that, he obviously can be good for that. His super attack effect is greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme damage to the enemy, and then lowers attack. He has attack and defense 150. When HP is 30% or more, he gets 2 key, attack and defense 100%, and then obviously the medium chance to transform. When attacking with 12 or more key, he gets 150% attack and defense. When there's another Inhuman Deeds, Corroded Body and Mind, or GT bosses ally attacking in the same turn, he gets a guaranteed additional super. He has crit chance, damage reduction, and dodge 20%. Then when there's a Pure Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan, or GT Heroes enemy, he gets another additional super and chance to crit, damage reduction, and dodge 20%. And then for every attack performed, attack and defense 30% up to 150. So he needs to attack 5 times. So with the right team and the right enemy, 40% crit chance, 40% damage reduction, 40% chance to dodge, and 2 additional supers when he's greatly raising on both of his super attacks. That seems pretty good. He's starting off here at 305k defense. Let's do a super with Omega, like without the domain, so that we can. I can't not get 24 key for him. Unfortunately, it's my 55% one, so hopefully it won't go too crazy. We've got GT, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle. Obviously, we're getting the support from the AGL Rose as well. So yeah, let's see how much damage this baby is going to be able to do. Hoping that Omega doesn't just solo Goku here, but like I say, it's my 55% one, so we should be fine. So remember, he's going to do a bare minimum of 3 super attacks. He had 300k start of turn, gets 150% when he supers straight away. So he already gets another 450, that puts him up to like 750. then he's greatly raising. So it's 13 million. There's the crit. Then into a 16 million. With another crit. And then 18.8. I mean, it's not crazy compared to... I mean, the Omega team is very much in a position now where units are putting out insane damage. There's the Hidden Potential additional, but sadly only a normal attack. And then type disadvantage, he still tanks the normal for double-digit damage. The greatly raising on like super 3 times there gives him what, like another 450k defense. So he's probably sat at around 1.1, 1.2 million defense on that turn, but also has 40% damage reduction. So it's okay when it comes to taking some hits, like taking some normals. Other than that, though, it doesn't seem like that crazy straight off the bat. But let's go ahead and see what we get on the next setup here. We can float off the STR Omega because obviously he's a support for GT bosses. So let's do that, and then just grab that one for you. We will go ahead and activate the domain next time as well, so we can get the extra buffs. Because yeah, we will easily finish off Goku here with Omega. Okay, now obviously, like, we only have a couple of links active as well. That's kind of the problem with Baby on this team as well, is the links that he shares with some of the other characters. Obviously, we got the Shadow Dragons here that are supporting GT bosses as well. So things like Hatred of Saiyans, obviously pretty difficult to get. Saiyan Raw is, you know, if we were mixing Super and Extreme class GT characters, then wouldn't be so bad. Thirst for Conquest is obviously a good one that he shares with some other Extreme class characters. So that's why a Dokkan Fest Baby, I mentioned it in the previous video, that's why a Dokkan Fest Baby would be good, because like these links work really well with other Extreme characters. But you can see here we've got 844k defense start of turn this time, because we've already gotten our attacks off. Remember, the first turn, not going to look that impressive for him because each of his attacks are building up towards this part of his passive. So he attacked 4 times in that previous turn. So that means we are almost fully built up here. So let's go ahead and see. So 844 start of turn. He gets 150 on Super. So now he's getting, what, 1.2 million on Super, so he's going up to like 2 million with 40% damage reduction. That is significantly better. We'll go ahead and get the domain active here as well, so that we can actually get the like extra damage here, because obviously that doesn't do anything to our defenses at all. So let's go ahead, and I do want to make sure we get the Rainbow Orb, so we're giving the support, because now we're actually at 968. Because yeah, the extra support from Omega is super helpful as well. And the non-8 version like is not a nuker, so we don't need to worry about the number of orbs obtained here. Yeah, so Omega going to get supered straight away. Should be fine here in slot 1. Yeah, we've got a lot of support on the rotation. 49 million. Because, I mean, we're against a Pure Saiyan enemy again, so Baby is already getting 2 guaranteed additional supers in this turn. So he has the potential to look pretty good. Like, imagine if we do indeed get a Dokkan Fest Baby that then gets added to this team. If he's a really good slot 1, having these guys together in the very few events you can run them, I suppose. Because, yeah, 29 million, and then there's the crit. There's the additional, goes up to 34. This is going to kill them, but then we would still get 1 more additional that's going to be at around 37 or 38 at this point. And then we have the potential for the hidden potential as well. And so, that, although that jump between the 4th one and the 5th one is big, because obviously the 4th attack, like the first attack of the turn then was his 5th attack to max out his passive. So, obviously he's going to be looking very good on that turn. Let's grab these for you. Grab these for you. Obviously there are quite a few events now where you can still lower attack on certain enemies, so obviously that's going to be helpful as well, the fact that he does lower attack and gets multiple supers off in the turn. Like this Vegito Blue event obviously is one of those as well, where the enemy can indeed be attack lowered, so that can be very helpful for this fight as well. Omega and Rose both lowering attack on their 12 key supers is super helpful in this fight too. But man, the Omega team is just so good. Like the team, once you get the domain up, like the amount of damage that everybody puts out, and of course you're making superclass. You're not just getting these buffs to your attack stats. You're making superclass characters take more damage as well. So you're boosting up your attack and boosting the damage that they take. So it's like a double buff to the damage output when you're fighting superclass enemies. Yeah, like Vegito Blue just getting absolutely destroyed here by the Omega and Rose's rotation. Although AGL Rose, I don't know if he's been... Did he get hit? I don't think he even got hit, did he, on the first turn? So he's not going to have like any build up here. So his attack stats will be pretty low, but... tanking all of that for double digits, that's what it is. But actually, he's already at 26. Did he get hit the first time around? Maybe he did. But he's at 26 here already. I'm pretty sure he isn't fully built up. He gets 2 supers guaranteed. And then if we get the third one here, we potentially just finish him off. Oh no, we just crit and finish him off anyway, so there you go. So back around to Baby again, and now we're up to Trunks. I mean, this team just flies through these events. And now we have STR Omega to boost our attack. Well, attack and defense now with the Super EZA. He's giving us 40% attack, well, 60% attack because we're extreme GT bosses. Is it just attack? Yeah, full power and GT bosses, 2 key, 40% attack, 20% extra attack for extreme. I thought there was a later part of his passive. That's probably one of the other characters now I'm thinking of. Later part of his passive that did give defense. But yeah, 60% extra attack. So now that he's fully built up, start of turn he's at 985. So he's basically at 1 million. So when he attacks, he's pretty much getting 1.5 million on attack. So that puts him up to 2.5. And then all of his super attacks are greatly raising. And then he has 40% damage reduction after that to like back it up. So that's pretty good. I feel like on this Omega team though, obviously this is a showcase, so we are keeping him on the rotation, but with like everyone on the team having big bad bosses, if you're going to run him on this team, you probably just float him, realistically, because with all the units that we've got on the team, like I mean I bumped Tech Sin to put him on, because normally Tech Sin would be on rotation with one of the Omegas, and Tech Sin is probably better. I mean, he doesn't get as many guaranteed additional supers, so I guess it depends on the enemy. Like if you're fighting an int enemy and Sin's got type disadvantage, maybe Baby would be the better choice. But even so, it doesn't feel like he's a go-to like main rotation unit for this team. But definitely seems pretty good. But this is what's so funny about these units. We talked about like nuking style leader skills are really not that like meta breaking anymore. And then when you see this guy's performance in a game, like he's good for sure. I'm not saying he's bad, but like, he's not so crazy busted, like, oh, you know, thank goodness he's banned from, like, half the events in the game. Because he's so, like, ridiculously powerful that the game would be completely unbalanced if we could use him in every single stage. Like, he's nowhere near that powerful, so why does it really matter, like, all that much if you can use him in these events, like, or not? Like, nuking, as we've said, is just not a viable strategy for the most difficult events anymore. There are some, and I guess to be fair, I say that, and already today I've seen posts of someone like nuking the Shadow Dragon, the Gogeta clones event, by using a physical nuke team and the GT Goku. So I guess the nuking strategy is still viable in some events, but for most of the difficult endgame content, red zones, blue zones, the hardest fight in the game, the Rose Zamasu, this like Shadow Dragon boss rush that just came out, the new event that we're getting that was from the viewer or the player poll where we voted for like the different type of event, and that's going to come out in the next couple of days. We know that's multiple phases. Like nuking strategies just don't work in those events like anymore. So having these characters banned from the events is just dumb. Like, because like I say, this Baby is good, but he's not like game breaking. It's not like, oh, if we could put him on the team against Rose and Zamasu, we're just instantly winning that event without any hassle because Baby is so good. Like, he is good, but he's not that good, right? He doesn't need to be banned from events for the sake of the like balancing of the game, right? So still hoping that maybe at some point they will change that, but I don't know. I think we're dead here. Yeah, only because we're on low health, but the Shadow Dragons actually have pretty decent damage reduction after they attack. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we really necessarily need to go much further than that. Super Baby 2 is an interesting character, just like the GT Goku. Has potential, but just can't be used in a bunch of events. So hopefully we do get a new Dokkan Fest Baby, because a new Dokkan Fest Extreme unit with these links and like these categories obviously wouldn't have giant form unless he has the giant ape thing, but like this guy has the potential to be really, really good. Check out the video I made earlier if you haven't seen it. I went over a bunch of the signs that there seem to be in game from stuff in the files that we potentially are indeed getting a Dokkan Fest Baby. But take a look at that and let me know what you think. But that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.